remember when I got divorced 10 years ago, people were like, oh yeah, but what about your kids? And I said to that person, I said, yeah, but here's the thing. If I fast forward 20 years and my kids were now grown and I told them, hey, I stayed in this relationship miserable and I gave up the golden years of my life because I wanted to make you happy, what would their answer be? They'd probably say, Dad, you shouldn't have done that. Like, you should have lived your life. If you're in that situation, you got to understand that. Like, fast forward. Kids are going to grow up and they're going to leave and they're going to create their own life. I can tell you that it was the best decision that I ever made in my life, just to leave that toxic environment and move on. And you know what? I think it worked out.
It's such an interesting perspective. What to do in a toxic environment, especially with kids are involved. That's a life I lived. And it takes a heavy toll staying in a toxic environment. I ended up getting out of that toxic environment. And it was a very difficult decision, one that still is challenging in various different ways when I think about my daughter as an example. But one of the things I can do is hold my head up right and stand in the decision of moving away from something that wasn't good for me and attempting to share why I made that decision and why it was good for everybody involved.